Nestled in its own canyon of the Mayacama Mountains in the Sonoma Valley is Buena Vista Winery. It was begun by the Hungarian Count Augustin Haraszthy in 1857, and it was the first truly successful 19th century European-style winery in America. The Count was an ambitious entrepreneur and issued stock in the first large agricultural corporation in California, the Buena Vista Vinicultural Society. By 1866, there were 500 acres of grapevines, and the wine was the finest in America. But the dreaded root louse phylloxera destroyed these vines, and Buena Vista closed in 1878. Buena Vista began making wine again in 1947 and traded hands many times over the next 60 years. An 11-year-old boy from France was visiting Sonoma. His name was Jean-Charles Boisset. He was traveling with his grandparents and his older sister, and they appeared here at Buena Vista Winery. Simply amazed by the stone winery buildings, Jean-Charles said to his sister, "Someday I will own this winery." And 31 years later, in May of 2011, Jean-Charles succeeded. The second winery building, the Champagne Cellars, had been damaged by the Loma Prieta earthquake, and it needed a total retrofit to be used safely. The walls were stripped of ivy, and scaffolding was built around the entire building. The roof was removed, and diamond drills cut 6-inch holes into the middle of stone blocks from top to bottom. Steel rods were placed into the holes, fusing steel to stone. Extensive renovation of the grounds was next. 150-year-old Belgian paving stones created new walkways and courtyards. Finally, in September of 2012, a grand reopening celebration was held. Buena Vista was back! A celebration of this magnitude requires sabering and a guest list comprising the who's who of the California wine industry. And so the next task was to make wine again. Winemaker Brian Maloney of our sister winery Deloach was brought on board, and a small working winery with Burgundian oak open-top fermenters was built inside the Champagne Cellars. A sorting table, manual pigeage, and the constant attention of our cellar master Don Adrian creates exceptional wine. Jean-Charles' vision for Buena Vista extends far past just making spectacular wine. It is to be a cultural hub of wine country with an emphasis on history. And so original living history reenactments were written, rehearsed, and staged in front of hundreds of guests. The Count and his family were brought back to life. The Bear Flag Revolt appeared at Buena Vista. The double wedding of the century was staged in front of 200 guests. Cowboys, can-can girls, and crocodiles appeared. Gold miners, California musicians, Dr. Cornelius and his magic elixir. History is everywhere at Buena Vista, and sometimes elephants. Sonoma Wine Weekend was hosted here at Buena Vista. And of course, we also have weddings, whether in the cave or in the courtyard as the sun sets. Romance fills the air. Winemaker Brian Maloney is making legendary wine in unique and beautiful packaging. Chateau Buena Vista, the founder, the aristocrat, and the sheriff. In the 2018 Sonoma County Harvest Fair, our 2016 Belas Pinot Noir won the top prize for red wines, the sweepstakes-winning red wine, the #1 red wine out of over 1,300 entries. And in 2021, we received 98 points from the Wine Advocate for our newest wine, 1857. Winemaking didn't even stop during the 2017 Sonoma firestorm, when Valley and firefighters fought the gigantic blaze to a standstill here at Buena Vista, saving the town of Sonoma. Now, A visit to Buena Vista Winery will delight and amaze. The glorious stone winery buildings, the Cave of Curiosities, the Wine Museum, the Bubble Lounge. Each is unique, beautiful, and perfect for that most enjoyable of activities, tasting wine. 10 years of John Charles Boisset at Buena Vista Winery. Hip, hip, hurrah!